How to put on weight fast, easily and in a healthy manner.
अरे मास गेनर ले ले अबे हेवी मार हेवी तोचा तोचा तोचा.
Unfortunately, the Indian internet and Indian gyms are full of Chetan Chotiyas guiding skinny people wrong. So if you're a skinny person who's trying to put on lean muscle in a healthy way, in today's video, I'm gonna give you a diet protocol, a training protocol, but above all, we're gonna science the shit out of it. What's good, everybody? Before we get to the guidelines, let's talk about the science. You've got to understand body types first. We're talking about endomorphs, ectomorphs, and mesomorphs. Think of it as a triangle. Now, an endomorph is someone who puts on weight easily, can put on mass easily, but has a slightly higher fat percent genetically. So we're talking about someone like Sachin Tendulkar, which is most of India. A mesomorph is someone who genetically is prone to putting on muscle more easily and is also prone to having more muscle mass from the beginning itself. They usually have a square-shaped frame. Think Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And an ectomorph is what you're concerned with. Someone who struggles to put on both fat and muscle. But the good news is that you'll always have a lower fat percent than the other two body types. Now, I said think of this as a triangle. Usually, human beings lie anywhere on that triangle. Either you'll be somewhere between an endo and an ecto, between an ecto and a meso, between a meso and an endo. But most pure ectomorphs, if you're someone who's struggling to put on weight, you'll be at that ectomorph corner of the triangle. And your job now is to put on weight and move towards the mesomorph side of things. Remember, when we're talking about this triangle, it's not purely genetic. Through your lifetime, through your lifestyle and your exercise habits, you can change your body type and move towards a meso or become fat and move towards endo from being a pure ectomorph. So instead of going towards endo, which is actually easy to do, in today's video, I'm going to teach you guys how to move slightly towards meso. Firstly, you've got to understand there's a difference between gaining weight and gaining muscle. If you're talking about gaining weight, we're talking about gaining both muscle and fat, which is kind of easy to do. If you're talking about just gaining muscle, it's about building lean muscle mass, which is the healthier way of doing things, which is what you want to aim for. Now, how do you go about the process? You go into a caloric excess, a slight caloric increment. So everyone's got a maintenance calorie level. It's the number of calories you need to consume in order to stay at the same body weight. And most ectomorphs who are struggling to put on weight can't even hit the maintenance calorie level. They almost sink below it almost all the time. So your job in the long term is to basically create a caloric increment. But this is where the game gets tricky. Now, if you want, you can go and eat junk food and chug down butter and ghee all day, and you'll increase your overall calories for the day. You're increasing your intake. That way you are going in an increment and you are putting on weight, but you will end up putting on fat and muscle. That's not what you want. You want to end up putting on muscle. So we're going to start with a 200 caloric increment every day. But the real question is, how do you fill up those calories for the day? What kind of food do you eat in order to put on muscle? And what kind of food habits do you start including in your lifestyle in order to put on weight in a healthy manner? Stop looking at food as food and start looking at food as a collection of macros. You look at any food item, break it down into protein, into carbs and into fat. So suppose you're looking at a burger. The bread is the carbs, the patty is the protein, and the sauce and cheese inside are the fats. But if you try to put on weight through eating burgers and pizzas, you're gonna put on weight in a bad manner. You're gonna go from being skinny to being skinny fat or possibly even fat. The correct way of doing things is understanding your macro requirements, macros that your body needs to put on muscle, and then also selecting foods in order to fill those macro requirements. Now, there's two ways of going about this. Either you go the textbook way, where you follow rules, where you follow numbers, or you follow what we follow on Beer Biceps, the practical way of doing things. I'm going to quickly go over the textbook method. So the textbook method says that you need to fill 60% of your daily calories with carbohydrates. You need to fill around 25 to 30% with protein and the remaining with fat. Now, it's easy to say that, but how many calories do you go for? How many macros do you go for? Now, firstly, you go and calculate your maintenance calorie level on one of these calorie calculators on the internet. And then you try to go slightly above your maintenance calories. So suppose your maintenance is 2000, you want to eat about 2200 calories a day. You want to create that 200 calorie increment but fill all those 2200 calories with clean protein, clean carbs and clean fat. So 60% of those 2200 calories will go into carbs, 25 to 30% will go into protein and the remaining will go into fat. Keep in mind that this macro split will work much better if you also combine it with working out. Remember, how you look depends primarily on your diet. But the exercise side of things, especially something like resistance training, that's weight training, free body training, calisthenics, yoga, all that kind of creates a path for your body to grow. So whether you're a girl who's trying to get a toned body, or even if you're a guy who's trying to get abs, chiseled, that chest line, all that, you gotta go to the gym and do a little bit of resistance training. You've gotta give your muscles a reason to grow. An external stimulus to tell your muscles, hey, become stronger right now. So the gym ideally should be a constant, but what's not a constant are these fixed diet protocols. That's what I believe in on Beer Biceps. You can't go following a textbook all your life. You gotta figure out your own system. And that's why if I'm training someone to put on weight, I'll go about the practical way of doing things. Don't care about all your numbers, but do care about your basic protein goal. Now, your protein goal isn't a fixed number. It's a range depending on your lifestyle. If you're someone who doesn't work out or doesn't do any form of exercise, your protein goal will lie between 1 to 1.2 grams per kg of body weight. But if you're someone who does exercise, be it a sport, be it the gym, be it yoga, you need to understand that that external stimulus is changing the requirements of your body. If you don't refuel with food, your body is not going to recover optimally and you're not going to put on weight easily. And that's when your protein goal goes up to about 2 grams per kg of body weight. You need to remember that if exercise is a part of your life, the higher you go with your protein intake, the better your results will be. Now, how do you actually hit your protein goal? You do two things. Firstly, educate yourself about the protein content in different foods. An egg has 6.5 grams of protein. Chicken has about 30 grams of protein per 100 grams. Rules like that. Educate yourself through the internet or through apps. But the second easier way of doing things is that you include a little bit of protein, a little non-veg or eggs or paneer or soya chunks with every meal. So you have around 3 to 4 meals every day, include a big portion of protein. That's how you'll easily hit your minimum protein goal at least. But coming to the more important factor, 60% of your daily calories have to come from carbohydrates. And how do you create that 60% intake? Once again, with all 4 meals, include a large portion of carbohydrates, a big bowl of rice, 3 to 4 chapatis, 4 slices of multigrain bread, or lots of fruit, or a big portion of upma, anything that's basically classified as a carbohydrate, be it simple or complex. It doesn't really matter if you're not concerned with weight loss. If you're someone who's trying to put on weight, just focus on getting a large quantity of carbohydrates into your system. Also, very importantly, when it comes to carbohydrates, if you're someone who plays a sport or does a lot of cardio, you need to know that on the days you perform cardio or even on the days you perform any amount of exercise, you need to amp up the carbohydrate intake around your exercise session. So around your run or your football match, you need to eat a lot of bananas or a big serving of rice both before the workout and after the workout. Now, what defines a large portion of carbohydrates and how do you know you're not eating way too many carbohydrates? Your weight is going to tell you that. One crucial part of putting on weight is constantly tracking your weight on a weighing scale. Get into a habit of that at the same time every single day under the same conditions. You should be aiming for about 0.3 kgs of an increment in weight every single week, at least till you hit that 5 kg weight increase mark. After that, you want to reduce your overall increment every week. Now, if you feel that by following your current system of all these carbohydrates, you're putting on more weight than that 0.3 kg mark every single week, that means you're consuming too many carbohydrates and hence too many calories. But usually for people who are struggling to put on weight, it's not really an issue consuming too many carbohydrates. The real issue is the appetite. A lot of people can't consume that much of a quantity of carbs because you've been an ectomorph all your life. All your life, your appetite hasn't been all that high, and that's why you're still struggling to put on weight. And this is the real challenge most skinnier people face. They can't eat that much food. The solution is not mass gainers. Remember that. That's an idea propagated by a lot of Indian trainers and the Indian internet. It's very wrong for you because it's just a high calorie, high carbohydrate protein shake. If you want to create a mass gainer at home, just take your regular protein shake and add some kajus to it. That's cashew nut, and add some oat flour or some rice flour to it. You're adding the carbs and calories in your normal protein shake without spending that extra money on a mass gainer. Say no to mass gainers. That's a topic for another day. Right now we're talking about how to improve your appetite. So the actual scientific way is that you just try increasing your appetite a little bit at a time. Sometimes you might need to stuff yourself just a little bit. Eventually you'll see that the gradual stuffing will cause a gradual increase in weight. And if you're putting on weight, your appetite will increase over time, and that's when you can increase it a little bit further. So it's small increments when it comes to your appetite as well. Once in a while, try stuffing yourself. That's the hack when it comes to putting on weight. Which brings me to the final dietary factor, your dietary fat. A lot of skinnier people are afraid of consuming fat because they think that they'll develop a tummy or develop moobs or flabby arms. Nothing like that is gonna happen if you play the game right. Remember, consuming fat, be it butter, ghee, coconut oil, that doesn't really make you fat. In the long term, if you're talking about becoming fat, putting on wrong weight, it comes by a super excessive increment in calories. So if you're supposed to consume 2200 calories, but instead you're consuming 2500 or 2700 calories, that's what causes flabbiness overall. If you're someone who's trying to put on weight and if you're struggling to hit that 2200 calorie mark, fat can be another hack. In all your meals, just try putting a small teaspoon of ghee or cold pressed coconut oil or just a little bit of butter to improve your caloric intake. That's what you gotta focus on. Fat is a very caloric dense food. That means in a small quantity of food, you're packing in a lot of calories, and hence it's kind of helping you move towards your goal of putting on weight. Remember, even if you're someone who goes to the gym, your body is gonna go into an anabolic state only when you go in a slight caloric excess. And to get to that caloric excess, obviously you've got to hit your protein, your carbs. But if you're still struggling to hit that number, just add a little bit of fat to your diet. These are your go-to options. Have a little bit of this with every meal just in order to amp up your caloric intake. And finally, let's get to the exercise side of things, where most bro science bros will recommend this protocol.
Heavy मार heavy, size आ जाएगा, bulk आ जाएगा, मस्त दिखेगा.
It's not as simple as just lifting heavier weights to put on size. In fact, let me give you some sweet science. Lifting lighter weights in a higher rep range, that's above 12 reps with super light weights, that's what actually adds size. And lifting heavier weights in a lower rep range doesn't really affect the size of your muscles, it affects your strength levels. So a lot of Indian trainers unfortunately have propagated this idea that अरे heavy मत कर तू bulky हो जाएगा, or light weights for cuts bro, which is a complete nonsense protocol unfortunately. I've made a detailed video on whether you should be lifting light or heavy. Make sure you check it out even if you're a girl. Hell, especially if you're a girl, go and check out the training science video. Remember, the best protocol when it comes to putting on weight is obviously following the diet protocols, but giving your body a path to growth through resistance training. So what do you actually do in your resistance training workouts, whether those are home workouts or in the gym? You want to hit a sweet spot of 8 to 12 reps. What do I mean by this? Now, firstly, you've got to understand the concept of failure, which I've spoken about in many videos. Failure is when you're performing a set of an exercise to a point where your arms can't lift anymore, where your arms freeze. That's called going to failure. You never want to go to failure. You want to go to 80% of failure. That means you want to go up to the point where you feel a burn in your muscle, where your muscle has been driven to that point where it feels kind of tight and burnt up, but you still have some fuel left inside the muscle. Just that 80% burn causes your muscle to grow in the long term in both strength and size. So your 8 to 12 reps should correspond to that 80% of failure mark. You should pick a weight such that all your sets you feel a burn, but you're not driving your body to failure. Just follow this simple protocol. Now in today's video, I cannot get into the details of training programs to put on weight, but what I will do is link you to my older video on a home workout. It's great for beginners, especially if you're a teenager who's trying to put on weight and you don't even need equipment to perform those exercises. And the second video I'm going to link you to is my full day of eating video, which I put up really long back on the channel. That'll give you a good idea on the diet side of things, especially if you're someone who's trying to put on weight. That kind of diet will help you lean bulk, so make sure you check those out. If you like today's video, if today's video helped you, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And until next time guys, from Ranveer, I'll see you later.